Hi team, good morning, good afternoon, good evening all. Today we are going to learn about Workday HCM. Okay, Workday HCM, right? First, uh, today is my first demo session to discuss about a Workday HCM, a cloud-based SaaS product, whatever we call it as. What exactly a Workday HCM is? It's just a simple tool which we can call it as which is used to automate or speed up or streamline so-called business process of human capital management. Okay, let's assume very simple. We'll say why we need to learn Workday HCM, or what we will get after learning Workday HCM tool, or just a software, right? And why it really popular in this present generation. We do have Fusion HCM, Oracle Fusion HCM, Ramco we have, PeopleSoft we have, SAP SuccessFactors, SAP HCM we have, Bamboo HR we have, Salesforce we have multiple HCM tools. But why Workday? Just because it is a little more compatible, cloud based, a little flexibility with pricing and all. That is the only reason why it was really doing good, right? And who else can learn Workday HCM? I can say anybody who is having a basic of graduation, they are good enough to learn Workday HCM and become Workday HCM consultant. But the main thing is, people will say, "Hey, if I learn Workday HCM as a fresher, can I able to get the job?" I will say maybe like 5 out of 10. I mean, only 50% of chance, or even less than that. What in current scenario will happen is, people will learn Workday HCM and they will do maybe like 2 years. I worked on a HCM support project like that. They try to portray in their resume and then they will apply for the job. Based on your luck, your skill set, your contacts, you will be getting the job profile, right? So let's start. What is a Workday HCM? We are, as I said earlier, it's just a basic HCM tool. And in order to go with a traditional way, okay, I'll try to say traditional HCM to Workday HCM. How the consistency or the process has been evolved from traditional HCM to Workday HCM. Let's assume traditional HCM what it is. Okay, or before that, HCM stands for Human Capital Management, right? And what this Workday HCM will be consisting of? Workday HCM will be consisting of each and every element, which means each and every information it will holds regarding an employee. Meaning, what is his employee number, what is his employee, what is the employee name, gender, jobs, positions, grades, to which position he belongs to, who is his reporting authority, what is his reporting authority, what is the salary we are paying to him, how many days he came to office, what is his performance rating, like from the day of hire to retire, each and every element of an individual employee and the cycle of his process once he go from hire to retire, each and every element or each and every process it will capture in one or in a set of applications which we call as HCM application, right? It's very simple. I'll just show a single thing today. Within 10 minutes, can we able to get the overview of HCM? We will try. Traditional. Let's assume in maybe 1990s to 2000. If any, there will be a in small organization. Let's assume it's a small university. Let's assume. And at that time, this Excel sheet was there. Excel is there, okay? So people will say, hey, today we are hiring one employee by, let's assume by name Sebastian. Let's assume. And this particular employee is coming in, joining in our organization, and we have to save his data. how we used to save the data while we are in maybe 1990s or 2000 in a small university like that. So what it will be? So in Excel sheet, okay, before that, Sebastian will come with a book or booklet or a file consisting of all his data, his resume, his certificates, blah blah blah. And at the same time, after taking round of interview initially, the interviewer also will send certain details like for which position we are hiring this fellow. That is the starting point. So what HR will do, ideally what HR used to do is they will say in Excel sheet they used to create employee ID, employee name, position. Okay, before that realistic, like date of joining, maybe let's assume gender, for which position he got hired, for which job he will be, roles and responsibility he will doing, what is the location this guy is going to report, and who is his manager, is he marital status, his address, present, and okay, address let's consider as present and permanent, and what is his salary that we are offering, and is he a full time or part time, right? Okay. And what company will do at the time, they'll try to just click on file and enter the data, then they used to click on save as, and they try to click on save, stating, hey, this is the like I'll just say save as. What I'll do, I'll just put for desktop, I'll just make Seb Sebastian employee record, right? I just saved it. Of course, I'll just give employee number is equal to 10010, name is Sebastian. What is the date of joining? 010125, something like that. In traditional HCM, before the core era of ERP, this is how they used to do it. And then if the payroll gets run, right? If the payroll gets run, and we have to pay some $10,000 for this particular payroll, we have to give some extra benefits and all. It will be very tough to maintain. Okay, I'll put in another thing. Employee ID to location manager. This part they used to call. I mean, right now we used to call it as a core HR. Right? This is a module. We call it as a module, which means it is a, let's assume it's a box which contains the pure data, the purest data of employee. It will be considered, and that box we are calling it as core HR, right? And there is another box which deal with the salary of the employee, or I will let me put the salary will be consisting of what? Let's assume what are his what is his or her regular salary, what is his benefits like deductions or extra pay in terms of bonuses, stocks, splits, blah 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 blah. Let's assume this data is stored in another box which is called as a module. We call that as, let's assume, compensation. That is just like one module, right? And there is another module, right? Name of employee, how many days he worked in organization, and they will say 1st Jan, and then 2nd Jan, and till to 31st Jan. So what is this? Here what we are doing, we are trying to capture all the time records, the time entry, how many days you worked in an organization. Let's assume this is also another box, another module, what is called time management. This is a box, this is a module, and all together we have final module called payroll. Final box is a payroll. What this will do, it will capture the data from core HR, which is employee ID and employee name. It will capture the data from time entry, which means how many days he worked, and again it will come to compensation to understand what is his total regular benefits, blah blah blah. And here it will process and give pay slips as output. That's it, right? So in order to have the individual relation between core HR, time management, compensation, payroll, maintaining the data in Excel sheet will be pathetic. It's like It's a headache. Multiple Excel sheets we have to maintain. You put the VLOOKUPs, doing all this crap. I mean, the painful, tedious job. Then what it happened is slowly ERP evolved like enterprise resource planning. It is also a type of Excel sheet. Okay, what Excel sheet consisting of a set of rows and columns, right? Based on these rows and columns, by using it into a database, they try to create an applications in the front end. Meaning, you have a Facebook, right? In Facebook, what you do, you'll try to add the your friends, search your friends, do the chat messages, and where the chat messages will be stored in somewhere in the back end, which is in the database, right? The same way, ERP what it did in front end, the application, I can see all this data. Let me store it in some other database in the form of rows and columns. So they came up with that agenda. So what they did is they promoted a concept called integration, right? Meaning the core HR is tightly integrated to time management, it is tightly integrated to compensation and to process. All these four are interlinked tightly such that the moment you enter data into the core HR, automatically this data is fetched by compensation, payroll, and time management to certain extent. Okay, which is the data that can be flow from one module to another module, from one box to another box. The basic, the employee ID, gender, position. The basic details will be flown here. Okay. So as this tight interlink is there, that's why all the ERP HCM tools became so popular, right? Now, what happened is if Sebastian came into office, so what we have to do is we have to open an Excel sheet. We have to enter 111 some other employee. What is his name? Let's assume Karthikeyan. I'll just put it. What is his date of joining? I'll put 12, 16, or like 12, 12, 25. Blah 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 blah. How we are doing this? Just open an Excel sheet, enter the data here, and you enter all the data and try to click on save the position. And what is his position? Let's assume a core payroll consultant. That is his position. Ideally, what will happen? This payroll, the moment I enter, we used to create a drop down buttons here. Drop down meaning if I try to click on that drop down, we have options to select. Hey, what is his position? We have to select only from the list of positions which are available in that particular drop down. Then we used to choose. Because if we try to enter some other positions which are not available in the system, then it will be a mess, right? So what Workday came up was, you just forget about all your tedious job. We have created a fantastic application. So there you can create the employee data very easy. You can maintain the data very easy, and the data will be flown to compensation, time, payroll, performance reviews very easy. And you can extract a number of reports. In this month, in the month of Jan 2025, how many employees I hired. It's just a simple data. We have available standard reports. It will take care and you will get it. Fair enough. And also we charge very slow, right? Now, to understand this Workday HCM in a very simple, easy way, what we will do is, okay, this is a HR software traditional. Let's assume Excel is a HR software traditional way. What they are trying to do is they are trying to create employee ID, name, date of joining, gender, position, job, blah 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 blah. So what we will do is we will try to create in Workday HCM what a HCM consultants will do from morning 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. From morning they reach to office till they exit office. Let's assume what they will do basically. These guys will get the tickets in Jira saying client will call them. Hey, I mean, we are discussing about support consultant, what they will do. They'll say, hey, you try to create a positions, 10 positions you create in my system, and you create 20 position, 10 positions, 10 jobs, and 5 locations. You attach that if my location is Hyderabad, then the position should be HR manager, HR executive, HR general director. If the location is Bangalore, then you create another position stating civil engineer, mechanical engineer. They just give such that. And if you want to learn Workday HCM, what you need to know as a basic qualification, what you need to have a basic qualification. One, you need to understand English. You need to understand HCM, HR terminologies, and then a simple proper system to which is at least like 4 GB with 256 GB, blah 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 blah. It's a plug and play, right? It's a cloud based. You can use the URL and practice everything. And moreover, the most important, you need to have the interest to learn it. That's it. If that is the case, you can learn Workday HCM very easy. Basically, what is a Workday HCM? It is just a tool which allows all the customer to maintain their employee data. That's it. Workday HCM is just a tool, right? In traditional time, we used to maintain employee data either in books or in Excel sheets or in maybe simple tally, some sort of things, or mainframes applications like ADP older system E4 E5, traditional old way. But now maybe Oracle Fusion or Workday, PeopleSoft, SAP, what these guys are doing is they're just giving one simple application. Let's assume it's a WhatsApp, right? You have a WhatsApp. What you do in WhatsApp, what you do, you can able to save the contacts, you can do video call, you can do voice call, you can share the pics, you can make the payments, right? You can block, you can create a group. What it is, it's a WhatsApp, it's an application. That application consisting of what? That application allows you to store all the personal, professional, friends data in that particular application, right? What it will allow? It will allow you to chat with them. It will allow to add, delete, modify, edit, whatever it you can able to do. It will allow you to share, send the payment. It will allow you to make the call. These are all the functionalities where you're just doing in one simple application called WhatsApp, right? The same way, Workday HCM is an application. What it will allows you to do, if I'm a owner of the company, it will allows me to store the data of employee in a proper way, right? It allows me to take care of all the employee data from first name, last name, what is his gender, marital status, and the passport details, dependence details, insurance details. That will allow me to store the data of this employee core in one application, in one screen. Let's assume in one screen. I will open another screen. In another screen, it will allows me to enter the time cards of this employee. If I take Sebastian, okay, 1st of Jan, Sebastian came for 8 hours. 2nd of Jan, he came for 4 hours. 3rd of Jan, he worked for 20 hours, which means 8 hours as regular and 12 hours as overtime. And another application, if I open, it will allows me to create the leaves. In my application, let's assume I have 10 types of leave: earn leave, sick leave, maternity, paternity leave, conglomerated leave, umrah leave, hajj leave, different type of leaves. Fair enough. And then it will allows me to create a compensation elements, meaning we have HRA, we have provident fund, HRA, professional tax, 401k benefits, dental benefits, different type of benefits, and all created in one element, one screen. And finally payroll. But the beautiful part what it is it will integrate by default. It integrates core HR, which means employee data, time entry data, payroll data, compensation data. All these things are integrated, right? And then finally, in a span of what do you call, maybe 10 seconds, 15, 20 seconds, in a blink of eye, I can able to generate multiple reports, like in real time, how our reports will come out. Based on all the inputs, we can get the report as output, right? Like all the employee data in this particular month, for this particular location, for this set of employees, what is the total salary I paid. If I want all these things, I can able to get it in a single click, right? So that is the benefit or beauty of Workday HCM, which gives us a ease for the end users to use it, or even for the companies to use it. That's why it is a popular, right? Oh, is that simple? Yes, it is a simple. Workday is simple. Yes, it's really simple. So, how I can do like what position? Hey, what is this position, man? How I can create a position in Excel sheet the same way. HR executive. I just created, right? It's a manual entry. HR executive, right? So, but how can I do the same thing in Workday? What Workday will do? I just said, right? It's an application. It will help us to maintain, to store the employee data. For that, what we have to do? Boss, we'll do just a one-time setup, right? We will try to create 10 positions and we will try to create 10 jobs. We'll try to create 10 locations. We'll try to create 10, let's assume, leave types, and then 10 benefits, 10 deductions. We'll just create these in a single time. It's a one time setup. After that, what we will do, if we hire 100 employees, 1000 employees, we will simply say employee number is equal to like 101, sorry, 101. My math is bad. And then what I will do, simply, already I created positions, right? What is that? HR executive, HR manager, and then financial manager, blah blah blah, whatever the position I have given, whatever the job I given, I just create just employee number, and then there will be a drop down button for me here. I'll just select it. Hey, this guy is a HR manager, just select. Automatically the positions, jobs, locations, leave type, benefit, deductions which we created earlier, right? I can easily tag to these employees. The moment I try to tag and say, what will happen? Yo, you got it. The core HR module itself completed, right? We can learn core HR module of Workday HCM within a span of an hour or 2 hours maximum. It's very, very, very simple. There are certain, what do you call, terms and conditions. It's not like when you're buying blue chip stocks or mutual funds, not that critical terms and conditions, complicated, basic simple terms and conditions where there will be a little complications, not a complications, like where little logical conditions what we have to use. But entire core HR in Workday HCM, it depends on only one superior concept. It's called supervisory organization. There is only one concept called supervisory organization. How much time it will take to learn supervisory organization? I bet I'll say hardly 3 minutes or 4 minutes maximum to understand supervisory organization. In this, only one point is there to remember. Only one point, not more than that. What is that one point? Just remember, if I work in a HR department, okay, in traditional way, in our day to day, what will happen? If I'm working as if I'm working in HR department, what will the HR department have? We'll be having three employees who are, let's assume, junior, and two senior employees and one manager, right? One manager. Ideally, if I work for HR department, what will be my department looks like? In my department, three junior, two senior, one manager will be there. What this guy will do? This guy will manage all these five people who belongs to HR department. By default, this fellow is also belong to HR department generally. But in Workday HCM, in supervisory organization, the only change is the manager or the person who manages the employees of HR department. Erachik, the person who manages the employees of HR department will not be a part of HR department. Okay, he will be part of one level above, like senior HR department, let's assume. Here he will be member of the department but manager of this particular HR department. He belongs to Y department, but he will manage the X department. right? And the person who manages this department will be the person of another department. That's it. It's very simple. If you know only this point, entire supervisory organization, it will take minutes of time to learn. Is it so? Yes, it is so. So here I just created na. Let's see what this workdays looks like. என்னடா இது என்னடா பேசுற um I I'm just trying to show you the workday screen. um Let me pause for a second. Sorry, play. So the moment I log in to Workday HCM, just consider it's an application where Facebook is an application, Gmail is an application. What application will do? What we will do? We will There will be an URL, a link, right? We go there, click on link, enter user ID and password, and then the moment you enter user ID and password, like this, we will be logging. ठीक है भाई, we logged in. What we will do, right? What generally HRs will do, the workday consultants, what they will do, as I said earlier, they will get a Jira ticket. We have to create positions, jobs, blah 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 blah, and we have to dump. That's it. How can I create a position? Where to go? Workday says, hey, if you know English, enough da. Adana. Okay, okay. No, no mother tongue. If you know English, that is enough to create a to understand Workday HCM. What I will do, I want to create a position. So if I know English, how can I create a position? Simple. In English, what we'll say? Create position. Oh, that's simple. It is a task. What is a task? Right? Means something you have to do. That is a task, right? It's a create a position. I'll just click on it. Create a position, which means okay. The discussions which we had supervisory organization. You remembered? What is a supervisory organization? It's just very simple. It's a department. Ideally considered supervisory organization is nothing but a department. What is a department? HR department, finance department, mechanical department, IT department, medical, whatever stupid department it might be. What we are doing? Position, right? What we are creating a position. Hey, when I'm creating a position, why I need supervisory organization? Da? Meaning, system is very intelligent. It is asking, hey buddy, you are creating position. In your company, you have retail department, you have mechanical department, you are having a medical department, let's assume. Or let's assume we are implementing this software Workday HCM for a university. In university, what departments will be having? Let's assume we have a MBA department, we have BTech department, we have biomedical department, we have civil department. Four departments we are having. Now what position we are trying to create? We are creating civil professor, like a senior civil professor, let's assume. This particular position, right, civil, this particular position is related to which department? Ideally MBA department will not require a civil assistant or civil engineer professor, right? So that's why system is really intelligent and is helpful. It is saying while you are creating a position, it is asking me in which supervisory organization, meaning in which department you want to create. Okay, so system is telling, hey boss, before you create position, you first create a supervisory organization, which means you create a department, man, and then come and create a position. For our time being, what we will do? We'll directly create a position. Let's assume Air India. In this Air India, I'm creating a position. Let me create. I'll just click on OK. Huh. System says, hey, you are creating a position. Nah? Why you want to create a position? I will say why. Hmm. Just a second. I will reconnect. Don't go, guys. Anyway, just a second. Hey, sorry, guys, for the pause. Okay. So what we are discussing, supervisor, we are trying to create a position. Now, the moment we are trying to create a position, system will ask, like, boss, why you want to create a position? Why? So we will say, my client asked me to create. In real time, what will happen is, whenever you create a position, system will say, um, let us keep a track. If you are creating a position, is that for a temporary or a permanent? What is the situation behind that? If they want to track the audit level, audit level, there'll be, in most of the companies, audit will be happening. During audit, they will say why you created this many positions, why this much on budget, blah blah blah. There'll be like multiple things will be there. So that's how it will be there, right? I'm not trying to say that. It says position title. I will say HR manager, senior. I'll just say HR manager senior. And it is saying, fair enough, this is a title, it's very good. You tell me how many number of positions you want to create. Ideally, what happens in my company, if I want to create senior HR manager 10 positions, it is not necessary to create 10 positions like senior HR manager, senior HR manager, senior HR manager 10 times. No need. We will create one time and we'll give the number of positions is equal to 10. That's it. 10 positions will be created automatically. Then again, it will ask, fine, Baba, you are creating a title, right? Position, right? Number of positions, right? Okay, now we are in the month of April. Then is this position need to be coming for upcoming project? And if you want to make this position available from future date or present, I will say, mm, from today itself. Today is earlier started today itself, and it will ask, hey, is there any restrictions, job family? We will discuss this, down the line. What is job profile and all? I'll try to see. Okay, cake finance, job profiles, cake chief, blah blah blah. We will do something. If I put, say nothing, what is while creating a job, it will see positions. It will ask me to create a job profile, job description, and all. Why means it will try to create more and more, easiest way to understand what this particular position will be involved in a set of activities that will be comes under a job. Meaning, okay, this guy says CFO, right? Let me put this as a CFO so that it will be making sense. The position name CSO, or Senior Chief Financial Officer, and this position is belongs to a job profile, a job family, or job profile. This is one. Okay. And how I can understand this position and job? Let's assume position, uh, okay, in simple way, let's assume what is a position in our families. Let's assume, who is this guy? He is a son of who? Son of, let's assume, some Ramachandran. This Ramachandran is son of who? Some ex person. And they belongs to which family? There will be their surnames, right? Or their caste, let's assume, Naidus. In Naidu caste, son of Ramachandra is this particular candidate. I know this sounds pathetic, this example, but the same way will be there. Position is some X. That position belongs to a job profile because these are all related. Relation will be there. In our family, if we have 10 people, all these 10 people will perform 10 individual tasks, but they are related to one family. The same way, job family will be a unique. It will hold different set of positions, but all these 10 set of positions will be assigned to 10 different of responsibilities. That's it, right? And then system saying, you are creating a position related to some department with some job roles and responsibilities. You tell me what is the location of this particular job. Meaning, in which location, location wise, you want me to create this position or not? I will say, okay, let's create Hyderabad. I'll say it's a Hyderabad. And system say, this particular position, CFO or HR manager, are these guys a full time or contract employees will be getting this position, or full time employees only will be getting this position? If I want to have, I'll just put worker employee, meaning I'm trying to tell to the system says that in the Air India department, all the CFOs, HRs who will get that positions by default, they are all full-time employees and they will be part of Hyderabad location only. And those guys will be working 40 hours per week. Real, which means 4 weeks, 160 hours per month, full-time employees. It says, hey, is this position really difficult to fill? It's very easy, man. HRs will be available 100 people. And I'll try to click on submit. We'll see what will happen. Acha, errors are there. I don't have time to. Skills. Acha, we have to keep on add all the skills related to this particular, you know, that skills will be under qualifications. They are asking skill. What skills you want? I'll say, let me, acha, I don't want this skill set. Let me remove this. System is asking, hey, you are hiring one position, it's well and good, baba, CFO, right? What are the qualifications you are needed? Accounting standard should be there, financial analysis also need to be there, which is a standard skill set, then only we can hire. You have submitted. Super da. I will say create positions we created na. By chance if I say CFO, is there anything by name CFO? We just created na, or did that went for okay, let me search. Where is my position which I created just now? Where did it went? We just search like this. Uh, 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 Let me go. If it went for approval, I don't XYZ Air India. In this supervisory organization, I just said I have. Okay, no worries. I got it. Let's assume if I go and open positions again, I have to explain multiple concepts. Anyways, right? You just seen, right? What we did? We just created one a position. When creating position, what it asked? It is asking, hey, this position belongs to which particular? It says position. It asking, hey, for which position you are trying to create it, man? Sorry, which department you are trying to create? I said I created it for XYZ Air India, and then it asks which location, which job, what is the skill set primary required. We enter all those things, and the moment we clicked on it, the position got saved. That's it. This is very simple. Now, what happened? The same way we created a position, right? What I will do, I'll say create a job. System say, hey, you don't enter CREATEJO, don't take that risk. You just use simple three words, that is enough. I will understand. It says, hey, create a job family or create a job application, such that system will reduce our work and it will give everything. Create a position, create a job. What I will do, create look, look, which means it says, hey, you want to create a location? Yes. It says, what is the location name you want to create? I will say HYD BLR. This is my location. It says, why you want to use it, what for what purpose you want to use this location? I will say, this is my business site. Let's assume it's a business site. I'll just try to click on OK. HYD BLR. Then it will say what is location type there. Again, I will say it's a office, right? It's office. Then it will say contact information. You have anything else? It will ask me. It's very easy. If you just let us try to complete as soon as possible. I'll just say phone number. Country of code, +1. Okay. Phone, I'll put 63, 64. Okay. Mobile, I'll say it's a primary man. How many characters? Yeah, perfect. How many digits? I just created one phone number which is primary. I created, right? And it will ask, is there anything that I can add as address? Yes, I'll try to add an address. Mm, I'll say 5775 Bradenton Road, um, RO80 Road. I'll say Cuming, which is Atlanta. Um, Atlanta. Oh, sorry. Let me put it's Georgia. Okay, it's a 3030040. I'll make it as primary. Do you have? That is primary. And what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to create a location. Very simple, bro. Very simple, boss. Very simple. I'll say, okay, in this hours, what I'll do, I'll just click on OK and done. I'll just create it. Nah? If I go here and I'll try to search for what HYD BLR. Hey, what happened? Why our thing is not created? I don't know. Okay, let me. I just forgot which one I created. BLR HYD or HYD BLR? Hmm. Uh-oh. See, organizations. If you see here, under organization, what is my location? HYD BLR. It got created, right? Simple. Oh, which means you guys now already know Workday HCM core HR module, right? What we did, we just created a location. We have seen that. We created a position. We have seen that. Like that, what it will be there. You want to create which department is working. We'll create a department. Simple. Create a department. It's a task name. You enter all the details. It will be created. And finally, what we'll do, the locations, we will try to create hire employee and we'll attach all these things to that particular employee. That's it. Workday HCM core HR module completed. Don't worry, we'll try to dig deeper and deeper in most easy way, right? That's it, guys. Thank you so much for spending your time. And just let me know your views, comments, if I have to change anything else, if I have to increase the duration or decrease, or better to stop these training sessions. What are the things that you feel? Please do let me know. I'll be so humbled and I'll be very happy to receive the comments, compliments, everything in a positive way. Signing off for the day. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye. We'll meet in the next session.